everyone.
Yes, we're live.
Hi, everyone. Hi, online family. It's nice to come and meet you up with you up today, guys. Another Saturday evening. No, Sunday. We are Sunday. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, guys, today I have Cynthia, the host, online with me. But I'm making the intro. So whoever is watching online, you're very welcome. It's nice to see you back, guys. Okay. So join us today for another live. And actually, the title of this live is Has the Boy Child Been Forgotten? So, guys, today we are going to be speaking, or rather touching on the life of the boy child, because we realize that there is a need there. There is a need for the boy child to be considered more. All right, I think Cynthia has a story a little bit that she's going to touch on so that we can expand on that. And so without much further ado, guys, you're very welcome, and allow me to welcome Cynthia. Cynthia, you're welcome. If you could, you can like to introduce yourself and say hello to the viewers, please.
Hi, guys.
Sorry, Cynthia, sorry to interrupt. Before you go on, guys, if you hear me speaking in a certain manner, I have a cold. All right, a common cold. Nothing much more than a cold. So, guys, I have some allergies, and I might sneeze or blow my nose here and there. So you just have to excuse me. Just letting you know. Okay, Cynthia, the stage is yours, my darling.
Yes. So today's live. Let me see if we can get a few people in.
Yes.
I think so. We don't have anyone. We don't have anyone. Let us see if we can get some people.
Yeah.
One or two people. Or are people asleep already because it's Sunday? You know, it's Sunday, and they are preparing for the week.
Excuse me, Cynthia. 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm hearing noises on the background.
Okay.
Cynthia, sorry.
No. We don't have anyone yet. We are still waiting to see if we can have anyone in yet.
Good idea. So we're going to wait a little bit before we can begin. And then I will be
Yes.
I will also have you sent that?
Oh,
is it on? Is it activated?
Let me try and let me paste it on my
paste it where we can
welcome. I see. We have, let me see if we can have, yes, we have two people. Welcome. Give us a comment. Is everyone asleep? We have two people in, one person. Seems like people are.
It's a Sunday evening, so maybe people are kind of getting ready to start work on Monday.
Yes.
But we can just wait a little bit, and maybe you can be telling us about the story so that when I don't know.
Yeah. Have you shared this on your Facebook page? On your, tell people to join us.
Sure. Let me share. I'm still getting the hang of this, isn't it? I'm still getting the hang of this thing. I have to screenshot us. Yeah. So,
welcome, anyone? Everyone, welcome. Are you guys asleep? Everyone, guys asleep?
We have this small band there saying it's going to 7 o'clock. Did you hear that chiming?
Oh, okay. That's the bell. Otherwise, I think we shall just continue. They can watch later. So, yeah, my name is Cynthia just in case you're new, and just in case you're coming back, thank you so much for joining us. So today's topic, we shall be talking on mental health. We shall be talking about depression, because depression is real. See it happen, you know, and not much is taken out of it. You know, mental health is very important. It is a very important topic, and it affects, you know, people who are close to us, your neighbor, your friends. It is something that affects so many of us, but especially the boy child. We see that, you know, the boy child has been kind of in the back bench there, you know, kind of forgotten. And we are trying to, you know, make it that awareness, make people aware that also the boy child needs a voice. He needs a voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so we shall be talking about, you know, how to deal with it, because Dorothy, is you have mental health, you have practice, right? You have mental health, you have studied in mental health. Am I correct?
I have done counseling and psychotherapy, and of course, I have studied regarding mental health. Though not practiced, but I have enough skills to understand, and that's why I talk about mental health improvement. Of course, categories, you know, various categories of adult and childhood mental health, and a variety, really. Domestic violence, all these things, you know, marriage, and done all. I just done all, but I did not choose. I'm yet to choose where I really want to kind of specialize. But I can talk about mental health. I can talk about depression, because I understand the different levels or different types of mental health issues. You know, because we have different types of mental health problems. Okay, we have some that are caused by, you know, from the psychodynamic of it from childhood. We have others are forced by, you know, for example, substance misuse, or abandonment, anything. These things that we are talking about, for example, about the boy child, and the depression in the boy child, or even the girl child. But you see, we have always been revolving around the girl child. She's more protected than the boy child. Yes, we can identify, and I can be able to speak more about it, and we can be able to kind of begin to tackle them, because I think this is something that has affected not only the boy child in Kenya or in Africa, but even worldwide. Actually, you find that men have been put into a place or a space where they're supposed to be strong, but we are all human with emotional needs. You know, no one is susceptible to emotional attacks. You understand? Be it a male or be it a female, right? So men being the male, or rather the protector, or rather whatever, all those what is it, identities that come with, or what English when you need it, all those tags that come with men with men, they are also human. Do you understand? And so deep inside a male, there is that child kind of emotion that needs to be addressed, and when it is denied, you know, it can cause harm. All right, and that is the thing. So the male counterpart has been abandoned. He has been left out, and he has kind of moved on with this kind of facade, like I am the strong one. You understand? So like in the society where they say that men are not supposed to show their tears, men are not supposed to cry. Who says that? He's human. He has emotional needs. Yes, he can cry. Why not be vulnerable? He is hurting at that time. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so I have a little story here about some, you know, those messages that you usually get. Usually you get so many different kind of messages, but this was from a young man, I think in maybe 39 or 40 there, around middle age. That person had been in the Middle East for a long, long time and had tried to save up some money, you know, just to go back to their home country and try and do something that they wanted to do with their parent, I believe. So once they had started the project, the young man's money was done. Then the parent who was living abroad was not able to chip in. They kept saying, "Oh, I cannot be able to chip in," or bank this and that, this and just giving excuses. So the young man was right now is going like kind of a depression, and that is where we are saying the young, men need a voice as well. Men need a voice because they are dying in silence. Because in society, men are told that you're not supposed to speak. You're supposed to be the strong one. You're supposed to take it in. You understand? You're not supposed to show any kind of weakness. You're supposed to be, the man aura is supposed to be out there, as a man. And so that is why we are hearing, these incidents that are happening. Like we saw the couple that happened. I don't know. I think you heard about it. The couple, the man is ending up they end up doing these weird things. It's because they are not being listened to. They have been kept in the back bench. No one is listening because they are believed to be the strong people in society. They are supposed to be leaders, not followers. That is where the confusion comes in.
Yes, Cynthia. Actually, when you talk about middle age, that's my group, okay? And for this young man, so for this young man to be at the middle age and be able to, save up 1.5 million in Middle East, I'm telling you, I do think it is not easy. It's not an easy thing because me being in diaspora, I know it is very hard to save up. Okay, you can get an amount of money, you get paid so much money, but when you have other things to pay like bills and cater for yourself, and there's family back there asking for this and that, it's almost an impossible mission to save 1.5 million. So I do imagine for this young man to save 1.5 million, he must have really sacrificed and denied himself so many things to do that. Okay, now then we have him being told to take all his money and pour into her building work. First, can we just admit and address the fact that this young man is a very obedient man? You get me? Because he would have chosen to say, no, that's my money and I know what I want to do with it. So I think there's an issue of control here. And I always say that where there is control is equal to witchcraft. You get me? The moment you're controlling another individual, may it be your child, may it be your brother or sister or a friend, you are a witch, but you do not know. All right. So there's control here because these issues with this man, we can see they have not started just from that place where he's being told to hand in the money. All right, this is someone who has a hold on him. You get me? Because someone at 40 being told what to do, well, yes, let's agree it's the mother. But me being a mother, I'm not going to just ask my son or my daughter, can you just bring your money and let's do this? Because this is an adult we're talking about. Middle age, that's someone already who was already maybe planning his life. Because at 40, when you've not done some things, you start panicking, and for a man, it's even more panic. Because, a woman can get a man to, I'm not saying that we do that. Of course, we know that the women that we are today, we are not going into homes expecting to be done things for. If you are still in that period of that belief, my friend, style up because, hey, no, you need to come in this vehicle there, ready to also, chip in because life is not easy. But what I'm saying, it's much easier for the woman. You see, there again goes. It's easier for the female counterpart. Now, this man now, knowing that he's a man, he's a male, of course, he is in the age where he's even a bit late for marriage, maybe because he wanted to make things a little bit secure for him so that he can get a wife and maybe build a home so that he can settle. So for a man at that age being told, okay, bring your 1.5 million that you have saved and let's do this, there's some control going on there. All right, it's not just like that. It's not like he's in his early 20s or late 20s. Why he can just be told that maybe he doesn't know much about life. And then now to imagine that he has gone and put that money for that mjengo to build, and then the money is finished, and then he's left in dire need. Okay, now that's why you spoke about something important, Cynthia. You did address that he cannot maybe speak up as being the man that he is. You understand? Because men have been kind of suppressed. Do not, do not cry out like problems. Be man enough, because you need to be strong. Come on now, stop complaining. You're the man. But then you said something. That's why we are seeing so many deaths right now. Because imagine the suppression. Putting inside that you're gonna pull. How long is that going to go forth for? And we see the terms that we are in are so dark. So people now this like they have a short span of it's a short span of like control. It's like even coming to even address it on the spiritual level. It's like people have come to this place where things are not working. They just opt to kill or to. You understand? We are seeing it in the society. It's not something it's not my opinion. So imagine him holding all that in, what has gone, what can this person do to himself or to other people? You understand? So that is now danger. Someone who has been subjected to a lot of emotional trauma caused by another human, someone who is even so much closer to him, because a mother is someone so close to a child. So you can imagine, because maybe he's not even able to turn to the mother, you get me, and say, Mom, why have you done this? So this is something that is really, 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 really bad. And it's sad. And it's wrong also.
Yes. This is something that, it is very sad to see a real parent.
Yeah.
And that is why we usually say, usually when you're having kids, it's good to address. Actually, we need to address young ladies who are upcoming right now. Don't go having kids, with married men. And then later on, it's like now you're passing on your blame. Like you're trying to pass on, that bad vibe on that child, because you have named it maybe on the other side, and it never worked out because, usually men will lie to young ladies, but they are always holding on to their marriages. They will leave you there. They will tell you that they will marry you. They will do this and that. We have seen, ladies doing that mistake. That is another thing, people need to address. Stop doing that. Get a man of your own. Because later on, you start blaming that child for something that they do not know at all. They have no idea of, you chose that choice by yourself. But then when it doesn't work out, now you're passing it on to your child. Maybe things never worked out, and now you are so angry. Now you have to vent out, and so you end up venting out on that child.
That's very sad. That's very sad, because that child did not write a letter to be born. You understand? So the child is innocent, and the people who do that is wrong. It's wrong, really, because kama umeza huyu mtoto, you knew that you have done whatever it is that you've done to bring this child forth, and you just need to stand and say that this child is a blessing, and stand and back this child up the much as you can, because you do not know what this child can be tomorrow. And even though this child might not be anything, still is your child. And you said, Cynthia, people who are going like having children with married men. Yeah, true. Now, if a parent, or rather a mother, you're going to subject your anger or your pain towards a child, that is wrong. It's not the fault of this child, right? It's your fault, per se. It's your fault, because if you didn't go sleeping around with that married man, then you didn't bear that child. So why then would you subject the child to pain because of the pain that you experienced? It was your mistake. So man up and accept it and bless this child. Is wrong. Do you feel, Cynthia, as you have spoken about this, are you seeing as if this is the case with this story that you have just shared with us, that the mother maybe kind of projects those kind of hateful behaviors to the young man because of the way he was conceived, and
yeah, to me that is the thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember last year I went on a live. There was a lady. So she went on a live and was explaining why she, I know YouTube doesn't like that word, but she did something to the baby in the stomach. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, because YouTube doesn't like some words. So delete, let's say deleted. She deleted she deleted a child.
Yeah.
So she went on live and people are asking, is it true that you deleted? She said, yes, I deleted. And the reason I deleted is because this man, I don't love this man, and I don't want to have a baby with someone that I do not love. And then the minute I see that child, because the minute I see the child, I'll be seeing that man in the child. So I'll be whipping it. I'll be whipping it in anger or on behalf of that guy. You understand? So that was the reason I had to delete. You know? So that I was like, everybody was just wild. Like, okay, why did you even try to do what you wanted to do?
Right.
And then later you should have taken precautions, or it is so sad. So actually, I know it happens. I've been watching some of these channels where people come out and say it really happened with their own real parents. And you feel like it's like when you listen to these stories, you think it's a horror movie, but it actually happened. It's not even a storybook or something.
Let's first appreciate the fact that these people are they are honest, okay? Because I think coming out and speaking about something like this is not an easy thing, because we know in the space of social media there's a lot of condemnation and judgmental. We do not know, okay, the reason why. I think most of the time people do things like that due to ignorance, which some come to regret later, because things that forces us or drives us to do things, sometimes it could be ignorance or lack of education, and sometimes it costs us a lot. Yeah, so we cannot really judge these people, for coming to say, even though we are surprised and shocked to hear such kind of allegations. But then again, Cynthia, can you imagine? I always say, or rather, let me just stay here on this platform. If as a human would consider other people more than we consider ourselves, if we consider or put other people first, then we are going to remove ourselves from that place of always being so self-centered. Do you understand? Because this woman, like you're saying, all that she was thinking about was herself. And that's why she's going to go ahead and terminate, or rather delete, you get me, such a blessing, though it was not got in the right manner. But we know that these children, they come from, they're not just made, okay? They're not bought from the shops. What can be a mistake for two people can be a blessing from God. You understand? Because God is the one who brings this. So out of two people's mistakes and their carelessness, God can create something. You get me? But then that's why now we have to disconnect the two. All right. Yes, you've done something stupid. We're human beings. All right. We make stupid things because sometimes we are ignorant. Sometimes we do not understand. But then again, if we stop just thinking just about ourselves and we think about the assignment or the purpose that we have in this world, that God has placed us to be, that's why you're going to say, okay, I've made a mistake here and things have happened. And now I do not know why God has allowed this to happen. But one thing I know is I'm going to accept, okay, my responsibility. And then you disconnect the ideas of what has happened with that person and get to nurture this human here, okay, that has entered into your life. It's like some people, I have dealt with people who have kind of fallen, or rather got out of marriage due to maybe like the marriage coming to an end. I don't want to use words as well. And there's one lady who was really struggling, because she was really feeling so such hurt that her children had to like deal with the father. You get me? Because she was finding that man has abandoned her, made her life hell, and she was dragging her children into that affair. Sorry to go outside the topic a little bit, but I think it's all the same thing, just coming from
the same.
coming from disconnecting the issues. You understand? Because that's where, as human beings, we are caught up. And I remember her sitting down with me and telling me, "No, I cannot. I'm so angry with him, and I don't want him seeing my children." And I remember just asked her a question. I said, "Why? Did the children have an issue with the dad?" And she looked at me. She said, "No." She was honest. And I said, "Then why would you deny your children the right to their father? Then if the children have not had any fight or any problems between them, this problem is between you and the man. So why are you going to allow your children, you understand, who love their daddy, who have a relationship with their daddy, why are you going to come in because you fought with the daddy and things ended? Why are you going to project your pain to these children and then they miss out on spending time with their daddy?" And she looked at me. And so I talked about people. Sometimes people are not educated, or maybe people are not aware. Sometimes pain can block us as well. And she looked at me. She told me, "I never viewed it like that." And I told her, "Listen, you have a problem with that man, okay? Both of you as adults came together and you disagreed and things have escalated and you're out of the marriage, okay? But these children, these two innocent children, they're so innocent such that they love you as their mother and they love their daddy. And so for you to come in and refuse them to have a relationship with their daddy, you will be now causing them more harm. Because remember, the relationship they have with you is a relationship they have with their daddy. So you stop being selfish and just thinking about yourself and think about these children for 1 minute. So step out of the pain and allow these children to have their relationship with their daddy. It's painful. I know as a woman it's painful, but how about you do it step by step each day, and one day you're going to find that you're going to come to the realization and you will be happy and things are even going to work out better. And something, she was so grateful, and at the end of the day she ended up having such a great relationship even with that man, even though things ended, and she came to thank me after. So sometimes pain can blind in us. And that's why, in fact, there's a friend I was talking to, Cindy. I don't know. Let's just talk as the Holy Spirit is leading, because we are just vessels. Sometimes I don't know why I talk some things, but there's a friend who was coming to me because she had a little issue with with a boyfriend, and she wanted some advice. And you know what I said, Cynthia? I told her, "No, I am sorry. I am your friend, and let me tell you something. Sometimes there are friends who are being used by the enemy to destroy marriages and relationships. So for me, I cannot advise you. I do not know your man. You know your man better. You understand?" And I said, "Listen, I cannot advise you. You are going to work out yourself, because you're the one who know him. You're the one who met him. I was not in the picture. I'm just a third party. So if you want advice, go on your knees and ask God." I told her, "Do you know there are friends who are being assigned by the devil in your life to ruin your relationships? Do you know as well that there are friends also who loves you and want the best for you, but they can be used by the enemy at a certain time to destroy what you have?" You understand? And I told her, "Be careful, and please do not ask me for advice again." And she was very thankful as well. You see, Cynthia, this is all we are talking about. The reason I brought that little topic there about friends advising, and the other one about mothers or fathers preventing children see the other parent, it is because these are the things that are so ignorant in the society, that people are missing a point, missing education, or rather the pain binding them and blocking them from being the people that they're supposed to be. And sometimes when you're in pain, when you're broken, you might go to the wrong person, or you might decide to take the actions that are not right at that moment that can cost you dearly. Coming back to the boy child. Coming back to the boy child. And on to you, Cynthia.
Oh, okay. So things we are saying is like, I think where it comes down to is that the boy child, we need to train even our little boys, as soon as they are little boys, to tell them that it is okay to cry, it is okay to feel pain, it is okay to speak out when you're not doing okay. Let people know you're not doing okay. Let people know where things are wrong. Don't just be quiet. Don't just be quiet, because the minute you're quiet, you bottle it all in. For how long can you do that? It will one day explode. And once it explodes, you don't know what happened. That's why you see, like people deleting their wives or kids or something like that. What I mean, they end up doing something, drastic, something life changing, just because they were told, no, you're the man, you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to talk, you're supposed to be the leader, you're supposed to be the head and not the neck. Such affirmations, when your child grows up, they already know that they are not supposed to speak. In any situation, you're not supposed to be down there begging. No, it is wrong, because they are human, like you and me. They need a voice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Cynthia, who says that a man doesn't have to show emotions? He's human. He is human in the flesh, blood running through his veins. He is going to feel pain like a woman. Okay. Yes. The man being the head, the priest of the home. Okay. We want to see a man who is strong, but also we need to allow them to be vulnerable. Okay. We need to allow them to also be heard. Like you said, their voice needs to be heard. So they don't need to suffer in silence any longer, or rather also considered, because you'll find that there's some situations where women are more given the platform, or they're more given support than the men. So now the boy child has also grown up, following these footsteps of putting this facade that they need to be strong as men. You're not denying the fact, yes, they need to show their masculinity, but not to an extent of being detrimental as well. Do you understand? Not to a point of where they are, their mental health is compromised and they are left in depression. They need to be heard in due time and in due course. That means when they speak, they're not supposed to be shoved aside as okay, that's a man, he can cope. No, they need to also be seen as humans with emotions. Yeah. Okay. To be listened to be considered. And if they need help, to be given the help that is needed at that time. Okay. And if it is support, they need to be given support as well. And them struggling, for example, let's say a man is struggling financially or even career-wise, it doesn't mean that he is weak. It just means that he is in this struggling world, just like everyone else. Okay. And so in fact, even more so, the male child needs to be listened to. If we are saying that he is the head or the priest of the home, even the more so he needs to be listened to, because if he is stable, then he's going to steer, the neck and the full body into the right direction. But if we are going to leave the boy child, you understand, at the losing end, if we are going to just leave them to be discarded as if they are just some people, some machines who need to mechanisms who need to self-cater for themselves, then we are ignoring the fact that our daughters are still going to get married to them. Are you understanding, Cynthia? So we need to give them even more space, even more support, consider them more, so that we're bringing up boys who are going to be men and soldiers for tomorrow. So even when our girls, are coming to these boy children, they're coming to a man who is well, okay, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You get me? Because sometimes now those who have girls, we are wondering, okay, so now who are the boys who are going to take care of this? If our boys are just out there doing drugs, or out there scattered, out there, broken, you get me? So then we need to balance this. The boy child needs to be heard. He needs to have a voice. This is the time that the boy child now need not be ignored. Seriously. That's why we are talking about depression in the male child. And it is real. That's why we are seeing so many homes suffering. That's why we are seeing so many homes scattered. That's why because he is not able to perform as a priest of the home when he is lacking spiritually, lacking mentally, lacking physically, financially, and all these things that need to moving to being a full man to take care of his home.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a sad situation, but yeah, we hope that something will, these influencers will pick up such cases, ensure that the boy child is being heard, is being, listened to, is heard by society, so that they can feel comfortable enough to come out and not just lock themselves in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 So anything more you need to add?
No, I think we have covered. I think it was more about bringing an awareness about the boy child and them being considered, really, being given a platform, being supported, and this is the high time we stop like discriminating against them. And as you said, as influencers, people who are in places that they can speak about these issues, we need to speak about them, okay, so that we can get an awareness or a recognition, because the moment we identify issues, that's the moment that we begin to heal them. That's what I always say. But when we do not identify issues, then we are ignorant of what is happening, and we're going to go on with life, thinking that all is fine, but actually the society is sick. So we need to start healing the society by identifying matters that are important. So this topic for me, Cynthia, it was a topic at heart, and I'm glad that you brought it up, because this is something actually I have felt for a very long time needs to be addressed. And we cannot stop here, because we're just two people who have just touched, just scratch on the surface. This is something that needs to be discussed even at larger platforms. With people who have voices, we need to take this subject. And also, but I'm not saying it has not been discussed before, saying that yes, a few people have tried to come in, because we are seeing what is happening, because we see some for example, homes in Kenya, or like places in Kenya that are trying to like show the vulnerable side of the boy child, because now we have realized we cannot just bury our heads in the sand. And we know that people who are coming up and saying, listen, we need to also listen to this boy child. So as we are here funding, you understand, we are funding. It's like we're adding the wood to the fire, so that we can make that flame go bigger, and so that we can enhance this awareness that has already been started by some other people. And
yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. That's true. We are hoping that the influencers, these big people with big voices can take up this subject seriously, and be able to realize that, the man, as we already crowned him as the leader, if he's not okay, how is society supposed to be functioning like it's okay, yet it's not okay? Because I think
Cynthia, sorry to interrupt you. I always say that's why I am so passionate about talking about mental health improvement. I always say if the mind is affected, nothing is going to function. When here is not stable, nothing can work, Cynthia. And if we say that the man is the head, how can then, if the head is not stable, how can the whole body be stable? Go on, Cynthia. That's why I wanted to chip in.
Yeah, because how is society supposed to function if the leader or the head is not okay?
No.
We need to fix that. We need to fix that, so that everything, because it's like, like a tree. Its branches, if the root is not doing good, how are you supposed to be harvesting fruits, yet infested with diseases and all these things, right? We need to fix the problem from the root, and then the branches will come out looking good. Our wives, the children, everything will flourish from that. But just ignoring it, sweeping it under the carpet as if it's nothing, waiting for a story to happen so that we may cover it, it is sad. It is very sad. It is sad.
Yeah.
We need to change it. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I did warn you that I'm going to be sneezing at some point. Actually, I've done well.
Otherwise, any parting shots?
Actually, guys, I said from the beginning when I started, I have some allergies that run at some time of the month. So in a way, we are coming to the end, and we can see Lucy Chimwada channel is saying hi, Cynthia. Lucy, it's nice to see you. You've just come on how to tidy up.
Yeah, hi Lucy. Hi. You can catch later.
Wow, sorry, Cynthia. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, so anyway, Cynthia, it was so nice coming through to you, with you again to address this issue. It has been a pleasure as always. We seem to come together and talk about a matter that you and me has been burning for quite some time in our hearts. So yeah, that's why I think we have these platforms that we can be able to speak and address some of these issues. So it was so nice to come again. And thank you so much for inviting me to your StreamYard. And it's always a pleasure. And for everyone who has watched this live, or anyone who is watching, thank you so much, for being available. We know that Sunday is a busy day when you're preparing for the beginning of another week. Thank you so much, guys. And like Cynthia said, let us address issues and deal with them when they are at the roots, instead of us waiting for them things to escalate and things to happen. Then we start bringing up. It's like Cynthia, when you said that, I was caught up sneezing. It's like the world today is waiting for a story, because we have what we call like clout. You understand?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
everyone is waiting for something wrong. It's like people nowadays kind of glorify things that are happening so that a story can occur. It's like nowadays when you're in pain or someone is needing help, it's like that is now when the story needs to be aired so that, look, I can get the views. But as we don't want that, listen, we're not here for the views. We're here to address these things so that we can stop it before it becomes anything that people can be able to see. So because these are our children that we're talking about, our tomorrow that we are talking about. My house is beginning to be noisy, so I think it's time for us to find out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. We are always waiting for something to happen so that we may, the views and for the, a breaking news and stuff like that, instead of trying to tackle it from the beginning so that we may prevent it. It's like society is glorifying the bad stuff, and we need to change that if, want a healthy society, because these are our sons. We are still having babies, right? These are our sons and daughters being affected. Those people need to think about, people need to think about if it was your son that it happened, how would you feel? If it was your daughter, people trying to cover that story, how would you feel? Would you be happy? So stop glorifying, such kind of. It can happen to you. You never know. It might happen in your generation. You never know.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Otherwise, I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to my channel. Dorothy here. Can tell them to subscribe.
Yeah, guys.
Tell them to subscribe.
You're welcome to visit Dorothy's TLT and see what topics I bring. I do cover mental health improvement. I do travel and lifestyle. Yeah, so when you have time, pass by. It'll be a pleasure to see you there, and subscribe to Cynthia Knowledge is Power. Yeah, it was nice holding this conversation, this topic. It was really a pleasure again, Cynthia. Thank you so much for inviting me, and yeah, hope to see you again, guys, very soon.
Okay, thank you, guys. Have a blessed week, a productive week ahead. God bless you. As you start on the week. We really appreciate your joining us, and we hope that pass this message to your friends, families, people affected, so that we may clean up our society. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one. Bye.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully next time I will not have allergies.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bye. Okay, bye.
It's part of life. Yeah.
Yeah, c'est la vie.
Bye.
Bye. Are we at the tent?
Not yet. Just a moment.